What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlemania here, back with another video. In the DC Comics universe, it's been said when supervillains want to scare each other, they tell Joker stories. What about the world of wrestling, which abounds with tough guys? Here are 10 wrestlers who terrify other wrestlers. Number 1. Andre the Giant. Stories of people fighting Andre for real are as rare as a 5-star match involving Mojo Rawley or Nikki Bella. The reason? Few people were stupid enough to take on someone with such size and power. Over the years, Andre's reputation only grew, but along the way, one foolhardy wrestler decided to test it. According to Dave Meltzer's book Tributes to, South African wrestler Jan Wilkins decided to see how tough the Giant truly was. According to Meltzer, the story has it that Andre threw one punch and Wilkins woke up 3 days later. Another incident occurred years before WrestleMania 2's Invitational Battle Royal involving wrestlers and NFL stars. NFL defensive tackle Ernie Holmes may have been a 2-time Super Bowl champion with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he almost added a Darwin Award to his resume when he bragged about how tough he was. Andre the Giant said, "You know, you talk too much." Reportedly, that was the end of Holmes' trash talking, particularly after he was advised on Andre's reputation. Number 2. Bad News Brown. There's gotta be something badass about a guy who made Andre the Giant back down. Bad News Brown, aka Alan Coage, won a bronze medal in judo at the 1976 Summer Olympics before transitioning to professional wrestling. Wrestling legend has it that Andre the Giant made some racial remarks about Brown that didn't go over well while the two were traveling by bus on a wrestling tour of Japan. Brown challenged Andre to back up his words, stopped the bus, and invited Andre to disembark for a Donnybrook. Andre reportedly backed down and, according to some stories, later apologized. Given Andre's reputation, Bad News stock went up considerably after the incident. Number 3. Harley Race. Race wasn't given the NWA World Heavyweight Champion 7 times because of his rugged good looks, but because he could defend himself in the ring should a promoter send off one of their wrestlers into the ring and shoot on the world champion. Very few people were stupid enough to try a double cross with Race once the bell rang or take liberties. Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody learned this lesson the hard way during a match against Harley Race and Nick Bockwinkel. Brody and Hansen were working stiff and taking liberties until Race reportedly grabbed Brody by the ankle, twisting it like a pretzel, put his foot near Brody's nose and told him they could get serious if they wanted. When Hansen came in, Race suplexed Hansen for real, knocking some sense into the Texas brawler. Number 4. Meng. We've told you about some of Meng's many feats of toughness, things like ripping someone's nose with his bare teeth, punching a man through 2 doors, and beating up 5 Marines in a bar fight. We also mentioned how Bobby the Brain Heenan claims Meng is one of 2 men Andre the Giant feared, the other being Harley Race. However, you probably haven't heard of Meng's battle with a Pac-Man machine. Wrestling lore has it that Meng was testing the beloved 80s coin-operated arcade game when Pac-Man got the better of Meng, capturing 2 of his quarters. An enraged Meng showed Pac-Man who was king, destroying the video game machine and proving his mastery in the digital world and the real world. Number 5. The Barbarian. The island of Tonga is known for exporting badassery around the world. While people know the legend of Meng, they might not have heard of the Barbarian, best known for his run with the Warlord as the Powers of Pain. The Barbarian is said to be a calm person unless you get on his bad side. On one occasion, someone did, and the police became involved, pepper spraying the big man in the eyes, only for Barbarian to rub his eyes, lick the spray, then dish out a beatdown to the police. Those poor officers certainly learned the power of pain. Number 6. Rick Rude. There are so many great Rick Rude stories dating back to his days as a bouncer when he had an arm in a sling yet managed to knock out a bodybuilder with a slap, to the time the Ultimate Warrior complained of Rude working stiff only to get slapped around backstage. The Ravishing One also reportedly knocked out the 400-pound wrestler PN News in WCW during an altercation. Keep in mind that other stories abound about Rude's well-deserved reputation as a tough guy. Number 7. Paul Orndorff. We're sure you've heard of the legend of the flip-flop wearing Orndorff knocking Vader senseless backstage, but that's just one of the several stories involving Mr. Wonderful. During a car trip to a wrestling card, Mr. USA Tony Atlas got angry with Orndorff over how far back his seat was, leading to a lopsided fight. Orndorff reportedly got Atlas into a bear hug, then bit into his ear, ending the fight. Number 8. The Steiners. Rick and Scott Steiner were known for their power, toughness, and amateur wrestling skills, a powerful combination for anyone who crossed their path. Wrestling legend has it that the Steiners toyed with the Road Warriors in the ring during their time in WCW. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner's short fuse was legendary, and few wrestlers dared scrap with him. DDP found out the hard way when he scrapped with Steiner, nearly losing an eye in the process. Number 9. Ron Simmons. As bad as the Steiners were, particularly Scott, the prank-happy brothers never troubled a Florida State defensive tackle and known WWF Backstage enforcer. When someone asked Simmons why, he reportedly said, "Because I'm with the bull." During his wrestling heyday, Simmons was said to bench press 600 pounds with ease, despite him never working out on a regular basis. And number 10, TRACY Smothers. Don't let Smothers' size fool you. We're including him largely because he slapped shit out of notorious WWE bully JBL. Word has it that after Smothers got word that JBL stiffed on the Blue Meanie, he gave it right back to JBL. According to the Wrestler Observer newsletter, JBL's eyes were swelled up after the show. Later on, Smothers issued a challenge to JBL to have a shoot, putting up his entire life savings. JBL wisely backed down, proving once again he's nothing but a bully. Well, there you have it guys, 10 wrestlers who terrified other wrestlers. Did we miss any out? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.